What is up, Master Jason here? So there is some issues going on over in the crypto space. We know that we have Bitcoin currently down below the $19,000 price, or depending on when you're watching this, I mean, it might be above $19,000, but that's an issue that we're currently dealing with at this moment. Now, one of the things that's currently going on is there's this thing going on with Grayscale, how their Spot ETF for Bitcoin has been rejected. And now we have a lot more volatility going on over in the crypto space because, well, we have these large institutions that are just, well, they're going to be selling off a lot of their Bitcoin. But at the same time, then we have other institutions that are also picking up Bitcoin. So there's two different sides of this. We have one side picking up the lower price, and then one side also selling off. And this is just creating a lot of confusion with a lot of people about what's going on. But a lot of volatility over in the crypto market, and a lot of things that are definitely affecting the price of Ethereum as well. Because, well, Ethereum's been pretty beat up if you guys are paying attention to what's been going on with Ethereum currently priced at around $1,000 in this time. Ethereum, it cannot get a break, cannot get above $1,200. $1,200 is like the big resistance price right now for Ethereum. If it touches that $1,200 price, it has a hard time being stable above that, and it just has been falling back through. It would be nice to see it be able to get over that $1,200 price and then start floating back between a price of $1,200 and $1,800, and then eventually get over the $1,800 price. That's going to be our next major area of resistance with Ethereum after we do get over that $1,200 price. $1,800 is our one of our main prices that we need to be above, because when we see that when we fell below that $1,800 price on Ethereum, it just took us all the way down to $1,200 or below $1,200, I should say. And we can see some key things when we do look at Ethereum. When we see that $1,800 price, when it does pass it, it managed to always have support above it and also always rally off of it. So where we're at right now, this is not an area that we really want to be in, because we've always managed with Ethereum to stay above that $1,800 level. Now, looking over at the crypto market on CoinMarketCap, what we can see is just all the cryptocurrencies that aren't stable coins are just down significantly. We have Bitcoin down more than 5% over the last 24 hours. Ethereum down more than 7.5%. We have BNB down more than 3%. XRP is the only one that's not down as much as a lot of the other ones, where it's only down about 0.5%. We have Cardano down 4.5%. Solana down close to 6.5%, Dogecoin down 6.5%. Just a lot of red over in the crypto market. No one likes hearing information about the SEC related to cryptocurrencies. That's always a bad thing when that sort of news comes out. So let's get into a little bit about what's going on with Grayscale and get into some other news that's going on over in the crypto market. So the SEC has rejected Grayscale and Bitwise application, citing need to protect investors and public interest and prevent fraudulent and manipulative practices. So apparently that's how the SEC is viewing crypto right now. Fraudulent and manipulative practices is associated with it, apparently with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the Terra Luna trouble is just continuing, spreading more and creating more drama, because that's where a large majority of all this opinion is from, more than likely. Now, this is not the first time the SEC has rejected a Spot Bitcoin ETF application. They also did it from Fidelity, Valkyrie, and Skybridge. However, the commission has been more open to approve Bitcoin futures ETFs and approved 2 this year. Now, Grayscale is suing the SEC. Michael Sonnenschein, I think that's how you say his name, the CEO of Grayscale, he has said that we've filed a lawsuit against the SEC. So we'll see how this all continues to play out here. Now, at these low prices of Bitcoin, we are seeing a large increase in will buying. Now, even though there is a large number of wills currently buying Bitcoin, there is also a significant number of investors that have withdrawn their assets from exchanges in an attempt to lower the risk of selling. This is according to data from on-chain analytic firm Glassnode, that roughly 8,755 Bitcoin at the time that this article was made was withdrawn from crypto exchanges in the last few days. Now, as much as whales enjoy buying Bitcoin at these lower prices, the retail investors definitely don't like seeing that their value of the Bitcoin that they had at the higher prices has gone down significantly much lower, 1/3 its value from where it was. But if you were to actually do a zoomed out look on a Bitcoin chart from 2016 to now, well, then the price of Bitcoin has actually gone up significantly from where it was at. And things don't actually look too much out of the normal from just looking at things. You would say, hey, hey, this is normal price movements, normal corrections, but we're talking about large sums of money, and no one likes seeing that their value of their other assets have gone down so much. But something to also keep in mind that the price of Bitcoin currently is at under the, around $19,000, $20,000 around there. This is a price that Bitcoin was also at a high back in December of 2017. Do keep that in mind that Bitcoin had reached this price, and this was 1 year after it had reached after a halving of Bitcoin in 2016. And we also saw Bitcoin go to a high after the halving that it had in May of 2020, where in November, third quarter of 2021, Bitcoin had gone to its all-time high. So it seems like there is also a normal type movements within the price of Bitcoin a year after it has a halving. So who knows where the price of Bitcoin might actually go. I would expect that maybe since it has come down significantly from where it was at and back in 2017 when it hit that price of around $18,000, $19,000, it had corrected all the way down to a price of about $3,500 or even lower than that. So keep in mind that it losing 2/3 of its value is something that it's done plenty of times before in the past, and it starts to make a lot of traction as it leads to the next halving, which in this case, we're not going to see that happen again until 2024. Do keep that in mind. But statistically speaking, it does go in these massive rallies from being at a price below $700 in 2016 during a halving, and then going all the way up to $20,000. So there could be a possibility that Bitcoin could rally much more from where it's at, or we could be on a little bit of a dry spell and seeing Bitcoin ever get back to the all-time high that it was for a couple of years. I'm not trying to sound bearish or anything, because I'm really bullish on Bitcoin, and I'm also buying it at these lower prices as well, because, well, I think in the long term, Bitcoin is going to definitely be worth a lot more money, in my opinion. Don't take that as any sort of financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now, it's also worth keeping in mind what the overall markets are doing. Now, pulling up NASDAQ here and showing you guys what the price of NASDAQ has done from January 2021 to now, we're actually below the price of where NASDAQ was at the beginning of 2021. So we've lost a lot of those gains, but keep in mind that the market from say like April of 2020 to the January 1st, things were very much abnormal. There was a lot of weird things going on in the market. Just so much money being pumped in and so much spending. After we started getting balance sheets and income statements that were during a recovery time, and then taking into account of inflation and different things that are going on, then we really start to see a large sell-off of things. And that's what we've been seeing a lot with the with the NASDAQ and the whole stock market in general, of how the reaction of everything has changed. So definitely worth looking at that as well, how we're currently lower. We're in 2020 prices currently. We're at, and another thing that's also worth mentioning is we're very close to being at prices that the market was at the start of the crash during the pandemic. So keep that in mind too, that things are still a bit weird, and things are still going to have to recover for a while from all that stuff. But anyways, I just wanted to make this and just explain the overall market of crypto and what's going on with it, because in my opinion, there's definitely a lot of deals to be made, and I think that we're going to be due for some major rally within the stock market and the crypto market at some point, but that isn't right now. So who knows when that's going to be? And I'm sure in time we'll see some sort of thing. But at the moment, the overall markets, the crypto market, the stock market, the real estate market, the bond market, everything is just very much bearish. So there's a lot of other things affecting the overall crypto market. But anyways, I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions about all this. So feel free to comment on it. I try to put a little bit of effort in this, and I hope it does generate some sort of view. So a like really does help out and go a long way. So with that being said, please like, share, comment, subscribe. New content coming out all the time. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I'll see you all in the next one.